Hey Math fam, welcome to Minnesota State University Mankato Esports. My name is Ayush and today we're talking about Rocket League on 101 series. Rocket League is basically like soccer but with rocket power cars. Two teams face off in high-speed arenas, boosting, flipping, and flying to score before the clock runs out. What makes Rocket League so special is the mix of driving, flying, and teamwork. Players boost through the air, pull off insane aerials, and make clutch saves that makes fans go off of their seats. Every moment is the test of skill, timing, and creativity. Rocket League is basically pure non-stop excitement. Intense goals, last-second saves, unbelievable highlight plays. One moment the ball is bouncing near your goal, the next moment you're pulling off the buzzer beater to win it all, making Rocket League one of the most electrifying esports to watch and play. It's fast, it's flashy, and it's unpredictable. This is Rocket League, where skill meets style and every second counts.
Say something.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Lights out. Let's pop back up under their noses.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Let us show these so-called heroes what mutant kind is truly capable of.
We've done this dance so many times. It's exhausting.
I suppose you'd rather just buy a victory, Emma?
Wait, is that an option?
The battle starts in 5,
Get my checkbook.
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I prefer teams of 4, but I can make this work.
Ah, here they are now.
Much better.
Pierce this life!
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
better.
That's 3!
Savior of mankind strikes again. Huzzah!
The missionary is yours!
Even small victories are worth celebrating.
Incoming!
Anyone willing to help?
I was fine, but thank you.
Mental domination!
Priceless!
We have to stand strong.
Shall we ever? Insolent fool.
Healing. Why would I need healing?
You owe me one. You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Vortex field!
I was fine, but thank you.
Disappear! A little help, please.
The area's almost yours!
Why would I need healing? Feel the pull!
Armed and
Alrighty, and here we go, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being patient with us throughout all of these technical difficulties we were dealing with to get my voice on here, but we are back. We are back. We are here, and we are ready to go. We are in a heated round one here between Minnesota State University, Mankato, and Conestoga, currently going into overtime for that first round in control, and it looks like Minnesota State, we're going to be popping that one pretty handily, getting a pretty nice and simple view here. So good on them for making it work. And if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Zojalix. I am your wonderful voice here for today. It is great to be here to see an incredible matchup as we are in the playoffs for the NECC conference here this year. And hey, look at that. You can even see my face on the screen now. I am so glad to be back. It's been a while since I've been here on the voice for Minnesota State University Mankato, but that is totally okay. We've got ourselves a wonderful squad here. We've got Foos, Sim, I can't see that third name, but we've got Invictus, Wind, and Summertime all cooked up and ready to go. I'm loving this comp that we're seeing, a pretty solid dive comp, utilizing that Winter Soldier to be able to get nice up close and personal, as well as having the Hela available for some additional poke, keeping the backline nice and damage full. So we get into the second round here as Minnesota State University. They're getting ready to move on to the point, try and get some of that early control like we've seen throughout the rest of the season. And I've got to say, throughout this season, our squad out of MSU has been having quite the electric start here, and they are continuing to show their level of strength as this first fight is going to come through. Wind is going to be able to get the first kill. That's one member of Conestoga going down as the point is going to be live. It's going to be pretty contested here to start it off. That's another kill for Conestoga, for I can't even read that name, for Winter Soldier, as they are going to drop another one, and Minnesota State University is going to get full control here, forcing Conestoga out despite the fact that they have two of their ultimates up and available. It's difficult to try and balance them when you already start off with a pretty early pick like MSU were able to get there. So they're going to get control, holding out with some nice solid damage here. And you can see Sim keeping everybody alive as the next round of attacks are going to come through. Conestoga is going to sneak in there, get a little bit of control on time, but this does give an opportunity for MSU to get the flank and to start the fight on their terms. Storm is going to take a ton of damage, but it is going to be a tank. It's going to actually be the Cloak and Dagger to fall. Hella shortly afterwards, but they do get the trade on the wind. It's a 2-for-1 in favor of Maverick Esports. Bucky is going to go down on the side of Conestoga, and it's another fight going once again in favor of Maverick Esports. Just an absolutely gorgeous start to this matchup. They're going to get control again, even though Conestoga did take the lead in control. That did look to be very much in favor of Maverick Esports. Some ultimates were burned on the side of Conestoga, and it didn't even matter as the rest of the team is forced to back away, giving Maverick Esports full control, and now they can get themselves set up for what looks to be another rinse and repeat fight here. This is going to be a pretty quick engage, as that's going to be some poking damage to go onto Magneto, but he does stay alive for the time being, and it is going to be a bunch of pokes back and forth, and it looks like the engage is going to come through from the bridge, and it is going to be a pretty solid flank there from Conestoga, but MSU, they're going to get the read on it. The Bucky ultimate is going to come through. He's going to slam down, doesn't find the kill for it, so that might not be worth the while. The Storm ultimate comes out, combined with Cloak and Dagger for the counter from Maverick Esports, and they manage to hold on to the fight. That's 2 members of Conestoga are taken down right away. No trades to be seen either on the side of Conestoga. That's just going to be total decimation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members down, and Maverick Esports hold on. They're looking to close out the map. Conestoga, they're going to have to look to rush their way back in as Maverick Esports hit that 78%, and it is going to be up to them now to hold this line and have a very clean start to the series, and it is going to be Wind getting the easy flip over onto their Magneto and just absolutely deleting him. Your tank is gone, and that's not the way you want to start out that fight. And so it is going to be more damage going out of the Conestoga. That's 3 members down. They needed one more good fight to stay alive in this map, and that's not gonna happen. That's 5 more members down. They try to get the Strange Portal, but it doesn't even matter. Map number 1 is gonna go right to Maverick Esports as they get 2 clean round 1 victory. And honestly, you could not ask for a better start to your matchup if you are Maverick Esports. They were able to find so much strength in every single fight. Wind utilizing Emma Frost to a beautiful, beautiful level of expertise, and I would expect nothing less from our squad here at Maverick Esports. They were able to just completely kick it into high gear and do a great start, and right now this is where it does matter as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the semester, and that means playoffs. That means all the bacon. That means all the marbles come in every single aspect of the esport, and so Maverick Esports are looking at a great way to start this off, but we're going to be getting ready to go into map 2 here very quickly. When we get into the next draft, we'll be able to break things down a little bit more now that we got all those tech issues figured out, but for now, we will be right back, everybody. Don't go anywhere. Maverick Esports Marvel Rivals will be right back in just a little bit. Yeah. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go into the draft for map number 2 between Minnesota State University, Mankato, and Conestoga. Maverick Esports came off of such a strong map 1 victory, and now they're looking to continue their domination as the first set of bans are going to be going through. It does look like a Punisher ban is going to be showing up right away. Another pretty typical ban for what I'd be expecting right now. That hit scan just becomes so deadly in the current meta because you can basically just, as long as you've got the tanks to keep you alive, you're not going to have to worry about too much because you can just swing your mouse around or your control stick, whatever it is that you're playing with, and it's going to make your life so much easier. This time around, Minnesota Maverick Esports, they are going to ban away Jeff the Land Shark. RIP to my bestest boy, Jeff the Land Shark. But again, another very, very strong strategist, so no surprise to be seeing that one taken off the map as well. They are going to protect Magneto, so we're going to be looking at seeing Summertime 06 back on the Magneto. He had a very strong performance on the Magneto in map number 1, so no surprise there. Conestoga, they're going to be protecting the Bucky, so it won't be too shocking to see the Bucky show up again as a duelist. Bucky has been arguably the strongest duelist in the game ever since the launch, and especially within Season 4 and Season 4.5. He is looking to continue his domination and going into Season 5 as we look at some of the new heroes that are going to be coming out with Gambit and Rogue hitting the fray in the next season. It'll be cool to see them, how they're going to show up. Hela is going to be protected once again, so another good solid poke character is making their way through. Cloak and Dagger getting protected. Pretty typical picks and bans coming out so far from these teams, and so we're probably going to be seeing a pretty similar style of play from both of these teams. Cloak and Dagger being protected on the side of Conestoga. We've got Hela being another big player, and immediately we're seeing almost the same exact team composition getting locked in from Conestoga. The biggest areas that they are changing things up is they are going to be pulling out the Rocket as one of their strategists, but they are going to be maintaining that Invisible Woman. And then you can see on the side of Maverick Esports, Summertime is maybe teasing us a little bit. I don't think they're going to be locking in that Spider-Man. No, not going to be happening this time, but we are going to be seeing Wind pick up the Thing. Wind played really, really strong on that Emma Frost in map number 1. So now they're going to be changing things up and picking up the Thing. The Thing is probably what some people consider to be one of the weaker of the tanks in the current meta, but we know our Maverick Esports squad, especially Wind, is known to be playing a lot of crazy off-meta things, not just in the World of Marvel Rivals, but also in Overwatch. So not too surprising to be seeing. Honestly, Wind can really pull out anything. And there he goes, trolling me again, switching over to the Emma Frost. But again, Emma Frost, such a busted hero, and it just makes sense to have her showing up again. So pretty solid team compositions. They're going to be mirroring the team comp from map number 1, and Conestoga is going to be basically mirroring their same team composition as well, only they're going to be running with the 2 tanks instead of the 1 tank that they try to run in map number 1. And as we get into it, convergence, we've got Conestoga on the attack with Maverick Esports on the defense. The poking is going to begin, and we'll see how they're going to hold it together. Maverick Esports came out with such a strong map number 1, and if they continue this out, Conestoga might have quite the struggle going into the rest of the series. And now Wind gets into the back line, does get a lot of damage onto NV23 onto the Rocket, and manages to take him down. That's a pretty early pick, getting that strategist out of the way. The poker on Hela is taken down. Bucky is brought very, very low, but on the off screen, that's 1 tank down. Bucky goes down, and Maverick Esports are off to a great start. And all of that progress that Conestoga grabbed, that's not a tick secured, and when your ticks don't get secured, the progress drains away when you're not there. And so Conestoga are sent packing and put back into square number 1 as the first minute of time ticks away. And now Conestoga, they've got about a little less than 3 minutes to try and get control of the point. They have to get all 3 ticks in order to get that time extension and to move things over on to the escort, but it might be a little bit more difficult, especially now as Cell is going to be having that Bucky ultimate available. We saw the power of the Winter Soldier come out in map number 1, and it might come out again as no, never mind. The ultimate is going to get dropped. Does manage to find one, but it is going to get traded away. That's going to be a rocket for Bucky, and it is going to be the Cloak and Dagger ultimate from Conestoga. It's going to be coming out as well. Lots of power coming back and forth. Conestoga is going to pop their own Bucky ultimate. Hella takes to the sky, takes a ton of damage, and does manage to get more kills. Maverick Esports, they turn this fight around despite it looking a little bit hazy at the start. They find some good picks. They find the moves. They spin them around, and they send Conestoga packing once again. Beautiful coordination out of the squad from Maverick Esports, showing why they are one of the strongest teams in the NECC right now, and they are going to continue their domination, continue their prowess throughout this entire map. Conestoga, they've got 1 minute and 32 seconds. Time is going to be ticking away, not in their favor right now, and it is something that they're going to have to be paying attention to. That's going to be an early kill into Hella. That's some big damage that's going to be gone. Great work out of Cell. Wind is going to be taking a ton of damage, but Sim is going to actually be the one to go low. The Emma Frost ultimate comes out, but does get taken down. Is not going to find a lot, but the rest of the ultimates are going to get popped. Emma Frost ultimate coming out of the side of Conestoga. Magneto grabs another ultimate as well. Nothing to be seen, though, but it does look like multiple trades back and forth. Currently 2 for 2. Maverick Esports, though, got an early kill, so it might work out better for them. That Summertime is in danger as winter comes a-coming, and Hella is going to be brought very, very low. Invictus does manage to stay alive just barely, but Conestoga from the brink of the end of the round find the fight that they need. They get the time extension, and now they begin to escort the payload as they've got 3 minutes and 9 seconds to work with. Wind forced to back away, tries to get more damage, tries to buy time for the rest of the team, but Conestoga, they're going to take this pressure that they have, and they're going to push with it. Mystic is going to get brought very, very low. Magneto is in a dangerous position. This could be a solid opportunity for Cell, but his health gets dropped very low once again, and they back away. They manage to stall just a little bit from Conestoga, which gives Maverick Esports a little bit of time to breathe. Some beautiful defense there as they now have to try and keep the conversions back. And it is going to be a pick onto Hella that is going to be absolutely crucial in this fight. The fight is going to break out again. Wind is going to be brought very, very low. It is going to be the Cloak and Dagger ultimate to be seen. No kills to be seen just yet. Hella ultimate is going to be popped. Traded out for the side of Foost is going to be popping their own Cloak and Dagger ultimate. This fight is going to be, how are you going to handle these ultimate trades? It is a 1-for-1. It is a Bucky for a support. Let's see how it happens as Hella drops their ultimate. Invictus tries to get some more damage, but once again, no kills. This is a battle of the supports. They gotta find the picks onto the supports. Hella goes down. Cell goes crazy. The Winter Soldier says again and starts going absolutely wild. Starts absolutely destroying Conestoga. That's another one. He's going again. Going once again further and further into the line of Conestoga. Drops away, and that will be Minnesota State University Mankato holding on with some beautiful trigger discipline from Cell. Had that ultimate available for so long, but managed to conserve it for the right moment, and right there when it mattered the most. That's when they let it go, and that's when Conestoga was sent packing. They've got 1 minute and 17 seconds to go. They need another miracle fight if they want to stay into this one, and it is going to be another fight to break out once again. Wind with the ultimate in hand. The Invisible Woman ultimate is available. They do have a slight ultimate advantage if the next fight comes through, but Invictus is going to get picked off. That could be dangerous for Maverick Esports. It's going to be Emma Frost trading ultimates back and forth. Invisible Girl is going to pack her ultimate, and it does keep the team alive. No kills to be seen from Conestoga, buying that time for Foost to get back as Wind is going to be popping the Emma Frost ultimate. That's going to be 1 kill going down into Hungry Sharks. That's a Cloak and Dagger taking down. That support will be crucial, but Cell gets traded away as well. That is going to be Bucky going down on the side of Conestoga. They're going to be pushed back with 35 seconds to go. They have to find their footing. They have to keep themselves pushing, and they have to keep moving. 28 seconds, and things are not looking good for them. They have the payload moving, but it might be too little little too late as the rest of Maverick Esports are there. Foos is going to be popping their ultimate cloak and dagger, zooming around, getting so much damage, so much support coming through, and that's going to be Hella taken down for Conestoga. That's going to be a brutal kill, as that's also a strategist down. No trades to be seen on the side of Conestoga. Maverick Esports, they're just going to tear them to shreds. Cell once again with another beautiful Bucky ultimate, gets 2 more kills, and the round is going to end with Conestoga getting 111.33 meters in that first round, giving Minnesota State University Mankato a beautiful amount of time and a beautiful position to work with going into round number 2. And looking at that scoreboard, Summertime once again with so many kills. Maverick Esports just showing up in so many different ways, being able to not only stay alive, but find kill after kill after kill after kill, just doing the Lord's work out there. Invictus, 17 kills. Cell with 19. That Bucky ultimate to do so much work to keep the team alive. But now going into this attack phase, Cell is going to be switching into the Daredevil. Daredevil being an absolute menace if they get into the back line. So that is something that Conestoga are going to have to pay attention to. And moving on to their defensive side, they're going to do a little bit of a switch up of the tanks as they're going to build out Penny. Penny being one of the stronger tanks right now in the current meta as well. This could be something that will work out really, really well for them, or it could be something that could spell disaster if not handled properly. And Conestoga right now, they need to find whatever power and pressure that they can if they want to find themselves back into this game. They have to look to win this map, and they don't want to go down 2-0, but also, as the saying goes, can't make an 0-2 comeback if you're not down 2-0. Wind is going to be popping the Doctor Strange portal, is going to give an opportunity for all of Maverick Esports to just drop into the back line. That is a nasty placement. I don't know if they're predicting it, but the portal is going to open, and that's going to be where the fight breaks out. So much damage happens right away, and it looks like Conestoga were ready for it, but it's not going to matter, as that will be Hella going down. More damage coming through as Cell finds himself into the back line, has to kind of twist and jive around, but does stay alive. The damage comes through in favor of Maverick Esports. A nice early pick to get this round started is exactly what you want to see. It's another kill going in the favor of Maverick Esports. They're going to look for another kill here. That's going to be a support going down. Maverick Esports, they're going to find once again an early fight victory. Conestoga, despite knowing and being ready for that Doctor Strange portal, were not able to hold the line, and Maverick Esports, they get a nice early fight win. They're going to get early control, and now they're going to have so much time to work with to push that payload. Conestoga, they're going to immediately try and change things up. They're going to look to defend because they have to defend for a long time. Maverick Esports have 5 minutes to work with to move the payload, less than 100 meters already. They have nothing but time to work with. They are in no need to rush, but Conestoga, they're going to have to bring the wall and put the hammer down if they want to bring this into a third round. They're already half the distance there, and this is going to be the fights that matter the most. Conestoga on their back foot, looking for an opportunity to get into the mix, but they just can't quite find it. Cell switching back over to the Winter Soldier, looking for an opportunity to jump in and do what he does best, which is destroy the enemy. Summertime gets dropped down, but that is not going to matter too much as Maverick Esports are going to keep the payload going. Hella is getting ready into the fray. That's going to be a 2 trades back and forth. It's going to be a tank for tank, and it's going to be more damage from Invictus. The far range attackers is what he does best. Another beautiful fight out of Maverick Esports. Emma Frost pops the ultimate. Cell from the middle doesn't even need the Bucky ultimate. They only have 12 meters to go. Invisible Woman is going to pop her ultimate, and Cell is going to do more and more damage on the Winter Soldier. Gets the yank, does so much damage, does get the kill, doesn't even need the ultimate. Maverick Esports, they're going to push. The Doctor Strange portal tries to make something happen, but it ain't going to work, and that's going to be a quick and easy round number 2 for Maverick Esports and the map. Just this absolutely immaculate map play from Maverick Esports, and they just continue to show their dominance. Bucky being just a disgusting hero that shows so much dominance throughout so many different avenues of the game. It just makes it so difficult for any team to be able to combat, especially when you have somebody like Cell who is able to just jump right in there, delete enemies back and forth, and just make it happen. So Maverick Esports, they're looking to make this a quick and easy 3-0 to continue their run here in the NECC, but only time will tell. Conestoga need the reverse sweep, and with the way that things are going, I'm sure the morales are low, but I hope to see them try to make a run. You know, we always want to see those teams make that strong comeback. Everybody loves an underdog, so this could be that moment. But our boys at Maverick Esports, they're coming out strong, and they're ready to keep their power. But only time will tell. We're going to go to one more brief break here, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to go into map number 3. Don't go anywhere. Maverick Esports Marvel Rivals. We'll be right back in just a little bit. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting ready to go into map number 3 here for Marvel Rivals between Maverick Esports and Conestoga. Conestoga right now is in need of a reverse sweep if they want to keep their hopes and dreams alive here in the NECC. But Maverick Esports, they're showing so much dominance as they have all season long. My name is Zojalix. If you have not seen me before, but I've been around here for a few years now, so I really hope you guys would know who I am at this point. But if you don't, hello, this is my first time casting Marvel Rivals here at Maverick Esports. So this is something that might be a little bit different, might be a little bit new, but here we go. It is once again another pretty typical draft here, but this time Conestoga, they're going to say no to Invictus and they're going to take the Hella off the field. Something that I really think maybe they probably should have looked at doing pretty early on. I would expect them to also be looking to probably take that Bucky off from Cell, but who knows, you know, because Cell even did a ton of nasty work on that Daredevil at the start of map number 2 when they were in that round 2, and they're actually going to be looking to protect the Cloak and Dagger. So not too surprised there, Cloak and Dagger being one of the stronger strategists in the game right now. So seeing them, and there it is, the Bucky ban. Cell is being told, nah, you're going to have to try something else. This is very much targeting our duelists here as they just look to say, you know what? We understand that y'all know what you're doing on those duelists, so we want to make sure that we get those taken off, and that's exactly what they do. They take off those strong hitting duelists. Maverick Esports, they're going to be targeting the supports, getting rid of that Loki, getting rid of Jeff as we get ready to go into Convoy. They're going to actually be protecting Luna Snow. I'm a big proponent of that. Luna Snow is personally one of the heroes that I'm better at when I play the game, but I don't play too much because hand problems, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Venom is going to be protected, so it does look like Mystic is going to be locking in the Venom. I don't know if that's going to be for sure, but we'll see. And then that's going to be Human Torch getting taken off the field. So a big target onto our DPS players for Maverick Esports, which is going to be something that does give them probably, maybe it's going to give Conestoga a little bit of breathing room, but with the way that Minnesota State has been playing all season long, they've only dropped 2 maps all semester. So this is a team that knows what they're doing, knows how to put the hammer down and to put it down hard. And they are going to be looking to do that right here, right now. So they're going to be locking in their champion. Summertime going to be pulling out the Venom. Was a big player on the Magneto in the first 2 maps, but now pulls out Venom, giving the Magneto over to Wind, as Foost is going to be the one to pull out Luna Snow. Cloak and Dagger going over to Sim. Cell going back onto the Daredevil in Invictus playing Psylocke. So we're going to have a pretty strong dive composition going to be coming out here for Maverick Esports. Kind of the second other side of the compositions that we've seen. The first side of compositions has been the poke, which you've seen with the Hela and the way that our tanks have come out. But now we've got that strong dive. We've got Daredevil looking to get into the back line. Psylocke, one of those characters that just jumps in there as well, gets pretty comfortable in the back line once again, but can also do some damage from range. And then you have Venom, which I don't know any other way to describe dive for a tank than Venom right now, because he just literally swings in there, drops down, and just says, you know, you're done, and just takes out the entire team. And that's exactly what I'm going to be expecting here. You can already see Summertime lurking in the shadows, waiting for the moment to jump in. And Conestoga does not know where he is. This is the time to strike. He jumps in. That's going to be where the fight is going to blow up. The trigger gets pulled, and Conestoga get torn apart. That's going to be Cloak and Dagger taken down. Star-Lord tries to stay alive, barely holds on. It is only going to be 1 kill, but it is going to be a lot for Maverick Esports. Summertime doesn't have any fear, just jumps around and starts tearing Conestoga to pieces. The payload is going to get stalled, but it does look like Conestoga do manage to maintain control despite losing 2 members of this fight. Never mind Maverick Esports. They're saying, hey, it's time, and they're going to jump in. That's 3 members now. Conestoga make it 4. The team wipe could be coming here very quickly as Emma Frost goes down. Venom is going to be in a dangerous position as well. He goes down. Multiple kills as Maverick Esports once again come out swinging, and they're looking good. Beautiful start to this third map. The sweep is looking to come out strong. The first minute and a half of time ticked away, and Conestoga doesn't have a lot to show for it as the payload is moving backwards. We'll see if they can find some good leverage here. They don't really have any ultimates to work with, and the rest of Maverick Esports are getting ultimates together, and Summertime has no fear. He's going to jump in right away, getting more damage. Nobody goes down just yet, but that's 3 ultimates now available. Conestoga now has 2 ultimates as Mystic switches over to the Venom as well. Nobody to be taken down just yet, but it's now 4 ultimates to 2. NV is going to get their Cloak and Dagger ultimate. We'll see how it gets utilized. Might get popped a little too early, but Sim is going to go down, which is going to be the go button. 3 ultimates get popped for Maverick Esports, which results in 3 kills. So despite Mantis going down, this is going to be a fight very much in favor of Maverick Esports, as Wind is going to pick up a double and Conestoga are sent even farther back. They were not able to make any progress in that last fight. So with 1 minute and 40 seconds to go, things are looking dire for Conestoga here in playoffs. But there is always hope. There is always a chance, and this could be it. But Cell is going to make sure to snuff out any chance of hope. Cell jumping in as Daredevil, getting so much damage. Invictus does get traded away, so it is a 1-for-1. But Wind is going to get a kill for himself, is going to see so much damage coming out. The Resurrection is going to come through, and this could actually be a fight for Conestoga. Star-Lord is going to pop the ultimate, does manage to get 1, but does find a couple of trades. That's 2 members of Maverick Esports down. This is a fight in favor of Conestoga, something that they needed to keep themselves alive in this round. More kills coming in favor of Conestoga, and Maverick Esports are pushed back. A beautiful fight. 47 seconds to go. Conestoga, they're going to keep their hopes alive all here and all day long. Only 37 seconds to go. 1 or 2 more fights could be what seals the deal. This could be it. Conestoga, they have to win this fight if they want to stay alive. 29 seconds. Cell is going to pop the ultimate. Invictus is going to be the one to go down. The payload is still moving in favor of Conestoga. That is going to be 1 member of Conestoga going down. Magic is going to pop the ultimate. It's going to be a lot of damage here. Still only 1 person dead on either side. And Cell is going to go down. That's a huge damage dealer out of the picture for Maverick Esports. And Conestoga, they're going to get more kills. It's trades back and forth, but it's Conestoga. They're keeping it alive. They're fighting hard. We're getting close in overtime. Overtime is going to get popped. That's going to be Cloak and Dagger going down. Venom goes down, and this could be a scary fight now for Conestoga. Things get turned around as Maverick Esports, despite starting the fight down, find a good turnaround, and that's going to be the round. And right on the border of the checkpoint, Maverick Esports put it down. And just some phenomenal coordination there. I want to know what was going through the camp of them right there, because they took a moment that looked basically like Conestoga were going to be getting onto that checkpoint and just said, nah, it's not happening. We are shutting you down. We are taking this series and we are door dashing it. And that is what they look to do right here, right now. Maverick Esports come out swinging. They come out hard. They come out fast. And they have very little progress that they have to make to complete the sweep and to move on to the next round of the NECC. Maverick Esports, you guys are just built different. You guys have put in the work, the power, the prowess. Everything leads up to this exact moment. 30 seconds until the gates open. And no major changes here to the composition. Invictus staying the same. Sim is going to be switching from that Cloak and Dagger over to the Mantis. But Conestoga, looks like they're pulling out the desperation plays. They're making so many changes. Namor comes out. Penny Parker comes out. Groot is out. Invisible Woman is out. And Squirrel Girl, almost a completely different setup from round number 1, is now there in round number 2. So we'll see if Minnesota State University can make it happen. And we'll see how this attack goes. And wow, that Luna Snow skin from Foost looks so cool. I'm so here for it. Just some great work out of the design team for Marvel Rivals, honestly. All their skins have looked really, really cool. But the gates are open. 4 minutes on the clock. Maverick Esports, if you get just to 1 checkpoint, You run away with the 3-0. Conestoga, you have 3.5 minutes to defend. Your life on the line right here, right now. Make it happen. Here we go. Lots of poking to go back, and that's going to be Invisible Woman taken down quick and early, but does get traded away for Sim. Sim goes down, so it's support for support. Maverick Esports, though, they're going to take advantage of that. That's going to be a lot of damage. Cell switching over to the Star-Lord. Makes so much damage happen. Even though Wind goes down, that's 4. Make it 5 kills for Maverick Esports, and they're going to look to make this a one-fight round. Conestoga, they already have to jump in there if they want to keep this one alive. They're going to try it. You can see NV on the Luna Snow trying to make something happen with the speed boost, but just gets deleted. Trying to buy some time for the rest of Conestoga, but it might not happen. This is the moment, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. The Doctor Strange portal comes out, and it is not enough. That's the end of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what more to call that other than just an absolute DoorDash. Maverick Esports continue to show their domination. They show why they are one of the strongest schools in the NECC right now as they make it happen, and they do it fast. Incredible work out of the squad as they defeat Conestoga and move on to the next round of playoffs. And just like that, Marvel Rivals is done. That's the end of it for today. But before we go, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to give one wonderful shout out to all of our wonderful sponsors. We've got new sponsors, so I'm not quite familiar, but if we get that wonderful graphic up there, then we can tell you guys what all the sponsors are. I know we've got Mountain Dew and Bubbler now, and there is always the classic of Rockstar Energy. So thank you guys so much for all of your support for all the students and staff here at Maverick Esports. It has been an absolute pleasure to be back here on the mic and to just show all of the love. Maverick Esports forever going to be one of my big homes in casting, and I'm so glad to be able to be back and to share in some beautiful video games here with all y'all, ladies and gentlemen. But coming up, we are done with Marvel Rivals tonight, but tomorrow, our Rainbow Six Siege team is going to be taking the stage against the University of Ottawa for the NECC in Rainbow Six Siege. So you guys are going to want to stick around for that. That's going to be some incredible video game action, incredible esports to come out from Maverick Esports there. And then on Thursday, our Super Smash Brothers team for the NACE Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Club is going to be taking on the University of South Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, you definitely want to make sure that you are around for as many things as possible because we're getting close to the end of the semester. Winter break is coming up. The semester is going to end, which means we're going to have to get a small break of games, but it doesn't mean it's going to completely end because as long as Maverick Esports doors are open, we will continue to bring you some of the best collegiate esports in the nation. But with that, that will do it here for us tonight. My name was Zojalix. You can find me on all socials at Zojalix. You just Google Zojalix, you'll find my name somewhere, whether it's on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. I am available for any and all casting work. Absolutely loving esports. And I've also recently begun some work in voiceover. So if you want to hear this voice more, you can reach out to me there for any sort of work there. But with that, that's going to do it here for us tonight. Thank you guys again for watching. Thank you for being here. And I wish you all a wonderful rest of your night. And we will see you next time here at Maverick Esports.